Swami in studio.
Now, this is very exciting.
This is.
I'm very excited.
You should see the mood. We are in darkness now with several candles all over the studio.
We have incense burning.
Yeah, I smell the incense.
We have the incense burning.
Where's that coming from?
The incense is in the other room. We had it in this room, but it was a little strong, a little pungent for this size room.
Do you have a Swami for hire? Do you have one that you...
I don't know how you find a Swami.
Do you have
That's
a
an excellent
contracted
question.
Swami?
Let's welcome to the show. Swami, how do we pronounce your Swami? What's your last name?
Yogeshananda.
Yogeshananda. And what? That's Indian?
Yes.
What does that mean?
It's from Sanskrit.
Do you know what is the meaning of the word?
It means the bliss or joy of being a master of yoga.
Wonderful.
Wow.
Okay. Can I ask you, when did you adopt that name?
I didn't adopt it. The president of our order gave it to me when I took my final vows.
What name were you born with?
Well, I don't usually tell that name.
Oh, is that right?
Because that name's gone.
Probe to find that one. I can't tell that one.
Okay. What does it say on your driver's license?
Well, it says my original name.
It does.
It costs about $200 to change your name, so I never bothered to do that.
And the yogi is spiritual, but he's not made of cash.
That's right. You got it, Jimmy.
Now, if they did use that name on your driver's license, would it say Swami first?
Yes, I think so.
It would say it?
Yeah.
Swami, comma.
And is that's your job? People say, what do you do for a living? And you are a Swami.
I'm a teacher of yoga.
Teacher of yoga
and meditation and higher philosophy.
And where do you teach?
I teach in our center in Tucker, Vedanta Center of Atlanta, on Brockett Road.
On Brockett Road.
All right. And how is it that you have to, let's say, study yoga for a number of years before you are ordained as a Swami? Is that how it works?
Yes. Quite a few years.
Does someone have one Swami through a lifetime?
Well, that depends on who you are. If you really want that, that's what you get.
I mean, do you get mad at your Swami and get another one? Or, I mean, what happened?
You're not supposed to, Barnes. You're not supposed to do that.
Because it's not like, I got mad at my hair cutter, so I moved to another one.
Really,
you don't get mad at your Swami.
You're not supposed to do that.
There's no anger.
You don't cheat on your Swami.
Once you take up the position of a disciple, you don't...
So you choose a Swami, or does the Swami choose you?
That's a good question. I wonder which one it is. Let's see. I have to think about that.
Do you look at someone who comes forward like a Johnny Colt and say, Swami has to think about this?
Yeah, I say his music is real cool, so I really want Johnny for my disciple. No,
right.
No, it doesn't work that way. They have to choose, I mean, after all, I sit on top of the mountain and the people climb up the mountain. I don't climb down the mountain to get them.
Right, so they come to you and say, I want you to be my Swami.
Yeah, right.
Now, who was your Swami?
My Swami, he passed away in the 60s, 66. He was a wonderful person. An Indian from India. I met him in Philadelphia in 1944, a long time ago.
Now, is a Swami is not just a yoga instructor; it's a spiritual thing as well,
That's right?
So,
absolutely.
Do you have disciples who are calling you all hours of the day to help them with spiritual problems? Or?
I wish they'd do it more. They seem to want to run their own lives a bit too much. Don't ask for help enough.
What kind of problem? I mean, if somebody's in a relationship problem, would they call the Swami?
It depends on who they are and what kind of things they want to talk about. Some of them are a little delicate,
Sure. How do you make money?
I don't make money. I just sit there and people.
The money makes you. I do not make money. The money.
We have a box.
No.
You get donations or
yes, we have a box. You
offerings.
can put money into. Yes, right.
Yeah.
But we don't charge any fees. It's not like a yoga studio.
I see.
Do you mind if we take a few calls from our listeners?
Oh, I don't mind.
Okay.
If you have,
you're in charge.
Or do you guys have any questions, Jimmy?
No,
or
Swami, you are in charge.
Ask a Swami, 404-741-0997.
I have a serious question for the Swami. Do you think that Texas can cover a 42-point spread this weekend?
I beg your pardon?
Texas Longhorns,
Yeah, okay,
a 42-point
spread.
No, I don't really know anything about that.
Okay, just check. Swami knows everything.
That's an excellent question. He may have some insight into the spiritual world. Do you watch television? television, listen to radio.
Yes.
You do? Okay, so you're not like isolated in some
No,
room with
I have to
pillows.
live. I have to live in this world, Jimmy, and I have to stay in this world and keep my feet on the ground, even though my head is up in the clouds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us about what you're wearing, because it's definitely very indicative of
Yes.
you're wearing all orange, and
Yes.
with all due respect, to paint the picture for the listeners, it's almost like something you would see somebody working on the highway.
Really?
It's bright orange. It's like a highway worker outfit. What is the
Well, the reason for that
significance there?
is that American dyes don't exactly duplicate the Indian color. We have a color in India called Garawa that we use, and it's the color of fire. This isn't quite right.
So it should be a little
Orange
darker?
It should be a little
darker.
a little darker, and more red in it, maybe.
Is that something you would wear every day, or do you wear
Yes,
different?
in India you would wear it every day because you're supposed to be thinking about the fact that one day your body will be burned in the cremation ceremony, and so everything's going to end in fire. Everything's going to become impermanent, and you are already being purified by fire as you live in this color.
Call attention to something that may be obvious to you, but maybe now you, as a Swami, you do not get married, right?
Yes,
Is that a
we're
vow of
monk. I'm a monk. Yes,
you're a monk.
We're a monk. Yes,
which entails a vow of celibacy.
that's right.
How long have you had that vow? How long have you been?
I took my final vows in 1971.
And growing up,
What?
were
Yeah.
you just a normal kid?
I was just a normal kid. I grew up in the state of Washington.
High school kid? Did you chase girls?
Yeah.
Well, when you say final vows, are there preliminary vows along the way where you're not quite?
That's right, where you're trying it out.
You're just testing the waters.
Testing the waters.
Okay.
All right.
We have a question for Swami on line 1, Jason.
Jason asked the Swami.
Okay, hi Swami. I kind of have a question. Like when you're driving down the road, you sound really kind of preternaturally calm. How do you deal with the stresses of like traffic? You know, like waiting in the doctor's office. Any
stress?
That's
tips?
an excellent question.
That's a good one. I always take a book to the doctor's office. Don't you?
But see, I'm going to be a doctor, so this is why I want to know, like, what are my patients going to be thinking?
Right. How do you calm yourself in this traffic?
Exactly.
Well, it's difficult. And what you do is you practice it at home. See? You have to practice it in the early morning and get a habit of meditation, learn how to do it, and keep that up and carry it into your day's activities. And then gradually through practice, you learn to be very calm and very quiet and objective. And you look on this world from a distance like a spectator. You don't get involved in it. You don't allow your emotions to crop up on you. And
Oh, Barnes, you could so use this.
Now,
Thanks,
Leslie,
Jason.
that's what makes
Yeah.
up my complex
thank you.
character.
Let's go to line 5.
Barnes is the only guy whose mantra is a curse word.
Swami, when is there ever a time you just feel it coming on? You're going to get angry. You just
Yes.
fight it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see now, it's like looking out on a field and you see some little sprouts coming up of some kind of weed that you don't like. Or you go out there, you nip them in the bud. So in your mind, you can see these things rising. After you become practiced at meditation and yoga, you begin to see these things rising in your mind. And you go out there and you nip them in the bud before they can grow up into plants.
Margot,
Yes,
you are on with the Swami.
yes. Hello, Swami.
Hi.
Swami, I want to know, please, what do I do when I feel jealous?
Of a husband or something, or?
No, like when people have houses on the ocean and I want those houses, what do I do with my jealousy?
Oh, jealous of success.
Yeah, okay, success.
Oh, there's two ways to go at it, Margot. Is it Margot?
Yes.
Yeah, two ways to go at it, Margot. One is to carry your desire to its fulfillment and then work all your life to get that kind of a house. And the other way is to say, no, I don't think that that's the purpose of life. I don't think I'm going to get anywhere by just fulfilling desires all the time. I think I'm going to go for something higher. Maybe find out what the real purpose of life is. Then you go to yoga and philosophy and mysticism and meditation and all those things that I teach.
Yes, I like Plan B.
Well, good. Well, come and see us.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Margot.
Thank you. Bye.
We're asking the Swami on 99X.
Can you hang out a little while? We have to pay some bills because
We don't live in the spiritual
we
world.
don't live in the
Unfortunately,
spiritual
we live in
world.
the
a very
commercial.
commercialized world. And we'll be right back with the Swami.